flyer to remind residents, or?
Actually, it'll be in the newsletter, but in addition, we pass out flyers to all the school children at the bus stops. And then I made George up some posters, and I just want to laminate them before he takes them out. And then he takes them to the businesses, and they put them up in their window.
Sure, I don't want to blindside you here, but do you have in your mind, can you repeat that schedule again for the building, what the time frame is? Or do you need to get something on the office to do that?
No, actually, I know that schedule. The construction schedule is what Tom was asking about, and that would be
With the bid, whenever the bid schedule, when it's going out for bid, and when the bids have to be back, and
right. And the bids initially will be available on November 2nd, so the bid package will be available. Talked to Ryan on Friday about having a pre-bid meeting if we need to have one.
on November 2nd,
November 2nd, the bid packages will officially be ready.
here.
Here. Well, actually, no, we're going to use AccuCopy again, because AccuCopy's that central, they make all the copies, and then the bidders just go in and pick them up at
Where's
AccuCopy.
AccuCopy?
I want to say downtown.
So the bidders will be told to go to AccuCopy to get the bids.
And we used them last time and it worked beautifully. Really like the service. And then the bids will be due on November 30th, which gives them effectively a month to come back with their bids.
Okay.
And also, we didn't want to have bids due right before Thanksgiving, because so many people go out of town and whatnot. So that Tuesday, so that allows people to get the Thanksgiving holiday out of the way, and then back on the 30th.
When is Thanksgiving, what day?
The 25th. So, but still, they have a month to do it, and Ryan was quite comfortable with that.
So then we're gonna work on light up, you and Kathy are gonna work on light up night after Thanksgiving.
Wait,
No, that's wrong
What are we
terminology.
calling it?
Whatever. we
Night
call
of the Lights.
Night of the
Night
Lights.
of the
Thanks to Deb, will be on, Jack will have the resolution for that, to officially call it Night of the Lights. And that is always the first Thursday of December.
Has Darrell Lesnick got back to you yet?
I have not talked to anyone by that name,
That's the band director for the high school.
Darrell Lesnick.
He should be calling you. I emailed him several weeks ago. He said he was gonna get in touch.
Good.
We wanted to try to get a little brass ensemble to play in addition. We can't get the O'Hara choir, so Kathy's contacted the junior high and senior high.
Well,
And
we had the fifth grade, or fourth or
it
fifth grade.
was O'Hara, O'Hara choir.
So we can't get them this
We
year.
can't get them, but the junior high or the senior high or possibly one of the church choirs, so
Okay. Yeah, that's a-
we have
Okay.
a plan.
Okay, so the bids will be due November the 30th.
November the 30th. And they will be opened at 10 o'clock on the 30th.
Here,
Here, just like we did last time.
10 a.m. on the 30th, okay. And then when will they be awarded? Hopefully.
I would anticipate that at your regular meeting in December, will be the award. And that falls a little bit early just because the way Christmas falls, so it's not on New Year, or Christmas Eve, it's the week before, so I'm thinking that's the 17th.
Well, you need to, Sam, that's your call there. What do you think? Do we want to wait a month or 3 weeks before we award them?
We'll be on the ticket
16.
season now.
We're beyond, okay.
Yeah,
I don't
16th.
think it's gonna make any money, but
Okay.
So possible award on the 16th based on the architect's recommendations.
Possibly the 16th. Okay.
Sherry?
I am so excited to tell you that for the first time we used our SwiftReach 911 system. Now that's that reverse 911. So when we had certain sections like that side of Freeport Road, this side of all of Maple Way, and then this side of Walnut, I was able to go in and select those homes, and within 15 minutes, each one of those homes was called, and I was able to record a message, so they don't get a computerized message, they get a message from someone that they've heard, usually. And and it comes back with a report of who didn't get called, and there were like 3 people that didn't get called. They called the next day, and I got their numbers, and it was simply because we didn't have their numbers in our system.
Why did we use it?
We used it because when they were doing the hydrant and the valve replacement, they were going to have to shut the water off. But the beauty of it is, it works seamlessly, and Katie
Oh, yeah, I got it.
one of those. I had
Kinda
one
neat.
sent to Bev and called her and told her house would be affected after that. And it worked very, very well. And it was just so impressive.
Good.
Just a small thing, but if we really, really had a
Something
major
really-
crisis, we could get those, we have those numbers in there, and bam, we could get that information out to the people
Quickly.
very quickly. And I'm just so pleased about that.
They even got the work done early, didn't they?
They
Sherry,
did.
who's responsible for that?
Me,
You? You get an added girl, that's you get praise, not a raise.
Job well done.
pat on the head. That works. It's just so exciting because the police can use it, the fire can use it, emergency management can use it. I will be teaching George how to use it, but I have the capabilities from home. Say, something happens in the middle of the night. They all have my cell phone number. In an emergency situation, call me and we'll get it going.
Maybe it would be a good idea to train somebody on council also.
Well, what I
As a
have
thought
done
process.
is I've trained Kathy. Kathy you actually have to sit through a 2-hour seminar. So I trained Kathy, and once we went through it first, it is. And there are certain things that I saw that I didn't quite like, and there are certain things that I saw that really worked well. So, but no, I'm not opposed to calling someone or helping someone in council learn how to do it as well. So if there are any volunteers,
Just in case.
yes,
Always good to have a backup plan.
any volunteers, let me know, and I'll be happy to show you how that works.
Just one other thing, with the light up night, have we sent out letters to the merchants yet, like we did last year, and got the great response for cookies?
We have prepared them, but it has been a busy couple of weeks. So we'll get those out this week sometime.
Yeah, sooner the better, that's what they said last year.
Okay,
How do we do that?
you take care of that.
Which is so stuff.
We're the one-stop shop.
That's good.
All right, we got that. All right, October 15th.
What's that?
To December. Yeah, is that
What are you looking for?
I wrote in my notes October 15th.
For?
I don't know. I'll figure it out. But anyway, those are the few things that I had, and I was really pleased that the Borough Boys worked with me. It turned out that we were able to look at the businesses, and the one business on Thursday had massive clientele schedule. She's like, please don't shut the water off that day. And then it was like 40 customers. And then the coffee shop, it was bad for Friday morning. So Public Works worked and did it from 12 on Friday. So we all worked together, and it was helpful.
Good, good. Okay, you want to?
No, that's all I have for now.
Okay, any questions for Sherry?
Oh, back to, Christmas and Blawnox. Do we have Santa?
No, we haven't gotten that far.
Okay.
However, if we have an individual son that would like to volunteer, please let me know.
I certainly will. I'll be seeing him this evening.
He did a nice job.
He
last
enjoyed that,
year.
actually.
Did he?
Yeah, it was great.
It was good. He made a
Always
good
good
one.
to have a happy Santa.
Nobody cried,
No.
and nobody tinkled on it. That
Pictures
was all
all
this
up there.
plus.
Same pictures.
Same setup, that was great.
Yeah, I like the way
Pictures
it's
were
done,
wonderful.
the way you guys did the pictures.
Well, and it's all done right there. you
Yeah.
know? And they actually get a quality picture where those Polaroids really disintegrate over time.
Anyways, but it's, if you ever, I haven't gone in years, but I hear the mole's outrageous.
4x6 for free.
Yeah.
It's nice. And I will go and,
Price is right.
shop after Halloween as I normally do and get bags.
Very good. Okay, any questions for Sherry? Okay.
Nope, she did a good job.
Okay, Public Works, we're in the process now of negotiating Public Works contract for the Teamsters, and we're also in negotiations with the police. We have a 5-year contract with them, it's up to the end of the year. We'd love to get both of those issues resolved by then.
I just got a counter bid from the police, which on my way up, I